What's going on, guys? Welcome to Everything Always. My name's Michael Roman, aka Allfires. Now, easily the most anticipated title next year is Deadpool and Wolverine, due in large part to Hugh Jackman returning as the character. Not only did fans not think we'd have a Wolverine during the multiverse saga in light of not having an X-Men, we certainly didn't think Hugh Jackman was ever going to come back. He didn't think he was going to come back, and according to Kevin Feige, based on an inquiry from Ryan Reynolds years ago about this plan, it wasn't possible. But whatever needed to transpire did, and now Hugh Jackman is part of the MCU. But based on his interview today in an overseas editorial of The Parisian, there's a really good chance that Hugh Jackman didn't get the normal Marvel pep talk, or rather, he isn't as familiar with the Kevin Feige meme as he probably should be, as he revealed a huge spoiler and major plot point detail for Wolverine in the upcoming Deadpool and Wolverine film. We're going to break down exactly what he said, the verbiage he used, what that means in the acting biz, and also what this means for multiple versions of Wolverine in the upcoming Deadpool 3. But first, if you could grab the subscribe button. We do daily Marvel content at the channel, and that's all we do. Everything from official Easter egg breakdowns, trailers, and reviews, to the occasional industry insider report, and everything in between. So if that sort of thing's for you, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below. That will automatically enter you to win our ongoing PS5 giveaway, which is right around the corner to coincide with Guardians of the Galaxy. Again, all you got to do, be a sub, leave a comment on the video, stick around to the end of the video. We'll get into all the giveaway stuff again there. Okay, so again, and for context, this is not an industry insider report or rumor. This is actually coming from the publication The Parisian over in France, and this is what Hugh Jackman had to say in regards to his Wolverine role in the upcoming Deadpool 3. Quote, "Yes, it will even be a double role. Ryan and I have been friends for 20 years. We have a lot of fun together. We're shooting this summer. That's why I'm so happy to be in Paris right now and to be able to enjoy French gastronomy, because very soon I'll have to go on a strict diet to remake Wolverine's body, steamed chicken and broccoli." Now, in case you think there's any way his words are being misconstrued or just read into the way that scoopsters will want, a double role is a very specific term in the biz. As someone who was in the industry for a limited time, I even knew what this was. It's also referred to as a dual role. It's, quote, referring to when an actor plays two roles in a single production. Dual roles, or a large number of roles for an actor, may be deliberately written into the script or may instead be a choice made during production. And in film and television, dual roles are often used for comic effect or to depict identical twins or relatives, or in the case of a Marvel Cinematic Universe that's in the middle of the multiverse saga, tri-variants, where we've already seen someone like Tom Hiddleston play multiple versions of Loki and will again in the upcoming season 2, or more famously and more recently Doctor Strange, Benedict Cumberbatch played 4 different versions of the character. That would be another version of a double role, which is what it seems like he's implying here, which is extremely exciting news. Now, we already knew from various conversations and interviews earlier that they're not touching Logan, that it would take place, according to them and to the writers, earlier in the timeline leading up to that. But now we know this is going to be a full-out multiversal film. There were industry insiders who had pointed to this and say once Deadpool shows up in the multiverse saga at the end of 2024, that's going to be full-on multiverse breakage from there. That once this film goes down, the rest of the MCU would always be through the lens of a broken multiverse. That's what would lead Deadpool and Wolverine eventually into our 616. And as more evidence of this, it's already confirmed that Owen Wilson will retain his role as Morbius in the involvement of the TVA. However, variants of Wolverine opens the door for the one variant that we've all been wanting to see, him in the X-Men costume, and that is very relevant considering what we already saw with the introduction of a Professor X as the Illuminati from the 838's leader. He had one small Easter egg on the chair I mentioned during my breakdown of that film. There was no mention of the X-Men anywhere except for, well, his garb being that of the animated show. But in the back of the chair, you could clearly see the way they did the black padding amongst the yellow background. There will be an X on the back of that chair for the X-Men. In the same way, we finally suspect that we're going to get to see Hugh Jackman's Wolverine in the MCU's version of the official X-Men costume, and the one that I'm certainly hoping for is the yellow and blue version. They may choose to do the Alex Ross version. They could go with the yellow and blue, the X-Men costume. Now, I'm a huge fan of the brown one, but it's the yellow and blue costume from the animated series and other associated comics that I love the most. I think it's truly, to me, the classic Wolverine costume, and we can argue about this. Honestly, the X-Force costume is awesome as well. There's probably a huge chance we may get a team. It could be X-Force. We could see him in the silver one, but I don't think they're going to miss this opportunity to do an MCU true yellow costume of some sort. And as more evidence of this, Hugh Jackman himself recently on social media posted this picture of a Wolverine and Deadpool helm side by side with the yellow helmet. I don't think there's any way he's teasing this without it going down, and I think the MCU knows that given this opportunity, depending on what happens going forward, Secret Wars, I think we all hope he'll come back for that, but he's going to be in an MCU movie. We've got him right now. Give us one version from across the multiverse, or multiple, that shows him in the yellow and blue, or the yellow and brown, or even just the yellow with black accented costume. Any of those would be amazing and be huge fan pleasers, and I think that's really what this comes down to. Variants of Wolverine, at least some of them or one of them should be a member of the X-Men and fully fledged. Shoot, that is the perfect way that we can pick up with this costume. You guys have also heard some of the rumors here recently. We're going to do a full video breaking down the villain. It should be coming out later this week. I actually wrapped it on Sunday, so it's with the editor now. We're also going to talk about some of the other things that means for the multiverse and what we expect the villain to be in face of what this story is now. There's a lot of interesting things. In the meantime, I sincerely hope this opens the door for an X-Men team in the multiverse saga. Whichever characters should come back during Deadpool, that they retain them and eventually make their way into our 616. Look, they don't have the real estate and the time, especially if they're not doing an X-Men movie, which they're assuredly not doing at this point before Secret Wars, to introduce a character like Colossus. But if we just use the version from the Deadpool movies, that actor's already confirmed he's coming back from this film, then there are a way to get a lot of the extra comic book heroes that we would have wanted during Secret Wars in on that final battle without having to build them up in the MCU. And that has been my main point of logic for why I really think the Fantastic Four, at least the team that we meet, is going to be from outside the 616 and end up in our timeline after the multiverse saga is done. The same way we can see some X-Men from outside our 616 finally make it alongside our 616 heroes. But guys, let me know all your thoughts down below, not only how hyped you are for Deadpool and Wolverine, but if you agree with me that the yellow costume is an absolute must. And now with these sort of teases, knowing we're getting multiple variants, of course they're going to give us that version. Shoot, if you can do 4 Doctor Stranges in one Doctor Strange film, you can give us 2 or 3 different Wolverines. Let me know all your thoughts down below quickly. Let's get into the giveaway stuff before I let you go. All right, we're still giving away a PlayStation 5. The next giveaway is going to coincide with Guardians of the Galaxy. Now that we've hit our 1 million subscriber milestone, we're switching it to be coinciding with the movies. That being said, all the giveaways here at the channel are always the same. Hit the subscribe button because you need to be a subscriber, then leave a comment down below because it's truly random. The more videos you comment on, the better chance you have of winning. All winners will always be announced at the end of videos during this very same segment, but live with my voice and the comment shown on screen, and we don't do giveaways every day. So if you should get comments that you see, they are scammers, they're just using my photo, they're on my channel, they're all over YouTube. Please, you are doing a huge service by reporting those comments to YouTube. Anybody can use anybody's photos. No YouTubers will ever ask you to pay for shipping, and I certainly won't, and I don't ask you guys to contact me on a third-party app. We actually just gave a PlayStation away last week. That announcement was made at the end of the post-credit scene video for Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantummania, and I was able to contact him on Instagram, get his information, and it's already been shipped out, guys. And it's that simple. All you got to do, be a subscriber, leave a comment on the video, because it's truly random. The more videos you comment on, the better chance you have of winning. To keep up with all the videos, hit that notification bell with all notifications turned on. And as always, if you like today's video, I'd appreciate it if you'd hit the like button. My name is Michael Roman. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at @I'mFires. You can also find me on Spotify, YouTube, Amazon, Apple, iTunes, wherever you listen to original music under All Fires. And while I sincerely appreciate you checking my music out, thanks for checking this channel out. Stick around. We'll be posting again real soon.